Internet!
And welcome to the first ever You're Gonna Regret It modern children's movie review. Why are we doing this? Here's the thing. Children are easy to entertain, so a lot of writers and producers are writing and producing mediocre quality because they know that children will more than likely accept it.
What they don't seem to realize is that kids aren't the only ones who watch this stuff.
Very true. Parents have to take their kids to the movies, babysitters have to supervise their children while they watch their favorite movies, and some of us older guys still like to go back and revisit our favorite childhood classics.
But sometimes when we do, we learn something about what we used to like.
They were terrible. Made only with the superficial sugary goodness that children will eat up, and none of the essential substance that keeps us interested as adults. We've started this program in order to expose those modern programs that are responsible for this cardinal sin. Movies that think they can get away with shoddy work, poor writing, and planet-sized plot holes.
So let's get this party started! Our first movie is B-Movie! The pre-movie opening screen starts off by sending little DreamWorks guy falling to his death with a bee, followed by this.
According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way that a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway, because bees don't care what humans think is impossible.
Boy, I hope this paves the way for a dumb Deus Ex Machina climax at the end. We first see Barry, the story's protagonist, voiced by Jerry Seinfeld, going through his daily routine. And soon we catch on to the fact that honey is an all-purpose everything around here. Here's a fun fact. Honey is actually made of bee vomit. That's right. This is a society obsessed with its own puke. It's graduation time for the bees. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What is that?
It's a stinger.
He's sticking his butt into a pencil sharpener. Man, homie's got some issues. So we see Barry needlessly driving under the logo of his movie, which seems to be an ordinary part of everyday life here. We then meet his best friend Adam, who's a bit of a stiff collar type.
Hey, Adam. Hey, Barry.
Hey, did you hear about Frankie?
Yeah.
You going to his funeral?
No, I'm not going to his funeral.
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't waste it on a squirrel. Boy, quite a bit of pump. Under the circumstances.
You alright?
I think I just made some wolf honey. So they go through the shortest graduation process ever, and are immediately shipped off to pick out their new jobs.
Honey begins when our valiant pollen jocks bring the nectar to the hive. Our top secret formula is automatically color-corrected, scent-adjusted, and bubble-contoured into this soothing sweet syrup with its distinctive golden glow.
They eat the nectar and throw it back up.
That girl was hot.
She's my cousin.
She is?
Yes, we're all cousins.
Right,
Come
you're
on!
right.
How are they supposed to reproduce if they all frown upon inbreeding in that place? I know it's the Queen's job to have all the kids, but... Wait. Then how does Barry have his own set of parents?
We're only 5 minutes into this movie and I'm already frustrated.
But all is not well, because once a bee chooses his job, he has to stick with it for the rest of his life, which Barry is not cool with.
So you'll just work us to death?
We'll sure try.
This is the face I'm making on the inside right now. Then come the pollen jocks, the only ones who get to leave the hive. They're lean, mean, nectar-gathering machines, the top of their class and admired by all. So much so that now Barry wants to be one too. But he can't, because he's not bred for it. Then some bully bees come along to mess with our heroes, calling them out to come with them on a mission, which would mean certain death for them, hopefully. Barry tries to explain to his parents that perhaps the bee vomit industry just isn't for him, but they don't listen to him.
I can say anything I want right now.
Let's open some fresh honey and celebrate!
Maybe I'll pierce my thorax, shave my antenna, shack up with a grasshopper, get a gold tooth, and start calling everybody dog.
I'm so proud.
Wow, racy. Well, the time has come for them to face final judgment, pick their final careers, and we find out something scary.
Well, what happened?
Well, whenever a bee dies, that's an opening. See that?
As it turns out, new jobs open whenever a bee in the hive dies, and to actually see them keeping track of that so well is a tad disturbing. This is a kid's movie, right?
It's supposed to be.
But Barry ditches Adam and runs off to join the pollen jocks at the launch site.
Where are you?
I'm going out.
Out? Out where?
Out there.
Oh, no!
I have to.
Speed law number 1. Absolutely no talking to humans.
Does this mean I'm in trouble?
This is a stupid movie. This is a stupid movie.
So he finally makes it out of the hive, and what a beautiful world he's been missing out on all this time.
Whoa! I'm out! I can't believe I'm out!
They're killing me! I'm allergic!
Yeah, because that's totally how bees extract nectar from flowers, with tentacle suck guns. They're pollinating roses with daisy pollen. That just doesn't work. Just how many glaring falsities are there in this movie? Some of the pollen jocks, along with Barry, mistake bright yellow tennis balls for daisies and end up in a fix. So after a few unrealistic ball exchanges, one of the jocks chokes on his own spit, distracting one of the humans long enough to screw up his match point, saving Barry's life. Sort of. Look, another dead guy in a children's movie. He pops up outside of a car, and mass panic ensues. He gets out, but has to find shelter from the rain, so he winds up in the apartment of the same humans who had nearly killed him in the park. He lands in Guacamole, and is about to get accidentally eaten when the genius of the group spots him and plans to smash him. Along comes ASPCA reject Vannesa, voiced by Patric Warburton, who saves his life and poses an all-important question.
Why does his life have any less value than yours?
Just to be clear, I have no problem with not killing something when you don't have to. The respect of life. But when a woman starts looking at a bee like this, it's not sweet. It's creepy.
Meek, little guy.
Right back to the killer reign of death.
Put that on your resume, bro.
So now Barry faces a dilemma. Does he get the heck out of there and back home, ending the movie as well as our misery? Or does he risk the life that woman just saved in a misguided attempt in expressing his gratitude?
What would I say?
He obviously does the stupid thing.
I could really get in trouble.
Then get out of there, you stupid bee!
For you.
So he speaks to Vannesa, and she reacts with that.
That was a little weird.
So it turns out these two have more in common than they thought. They're both unhappy with the roles that society wants them to play.
My only interest is flowers.
Our new queen was just elected with that same campaign slogan.
They elect their queen?
It must be some kind of campaign beauty patch. You know what? I've got nothing.